Okay, this is video 41, and all I'm going to do in this video is go through, I'm not going to say all the card clues, but the majority of the card clues, and do it in a visual way. So when you think of the puzzle and you think of one of the cards, you can actually associate with the person. And I'm going to begin with, this is the Apollo 15 landing map, and this is where the card clues begin. And we have one of the first ones I noticed was index crater. So when you say the word index, one of the first things that comes to your mind is index card. And then we go down here and we have 54 crater. There's 54 cards in a full deck. There's two jokers. And then we have 51 crater down here. So you're a few cards short of a full deck. So this is once again the main alchemical crater on one main alchemical landing map out of all the landing. All the landing maps are alchemical, but the Apollo 15 landing map is the king one here. We have Icarus. He flew too high, flew too close to Apollo's laurel corona, and his wings melted. We have dome crater. These are things I've covered before, but I wanted to mention them again because you're seeing them being used now. You have chain link, so we have the chain smoking. We have the misty doublets and triplets. Triplets are people with names that have all three parts of their names are threads, like Frank Lloyd Wright and Billie Jean King, and there's other ones. This is Kid Rio. So you have the Rio Grande River. Kid Rio, Kid is a goat. So this is Kid Rio from One-Eyed Jacks, the movie. We have brandy. Once again, we're always collecting alcohols and beers and liquor. We have the North Twin, the South Twin. This is a reference to the Twin Towers and the twins in the puzzle. But I just wanted to mention that once again, we have 54 and 51. So these are card clues. We have index card crater. Let's close this. Let's go through them here. As the first thing, a couple things I wanted to mention before I go through these. I said Yosemite Sam is one of the Looney Tunes characters because Anawahi Hotel is located in the Yosemite National Forest. So this is one of our Looney Tunes clues. And of course, I've neglected to mention he's a redhead. Of course, why wouldn't he be? This is a smoking clue right on the cover of The Catcher in the Rye. He's wearing his people-killing hat, and he's smoking. Another thing I keep forgetting to mention, Bobby took the train, but Bobby is sort of like a palindrome with Lincoln, because Lincoln took the funeral train as well. So this is the April 15th date, the Jackie Robinson Day, all the Lincoln Mercury double suicide door Continental. The Donner Party departs Lincoln on April 15th. This is something I've found the other day, and I wanted to show everybody. Let's open a couple more of these. Okay. So this is Jack. Oh, this is Jack Nicholson. He sticks his face through the door. He looks like a two-eyed Jack in a playing card deck. This is the two-eyed Jack of spades that guy did the fan art with. This is another great example of fan art with the card. And this is something from H.R. Giger. And where is the picture here? Here we go. In this photograph, Jack is throwing the ball. It bounces right off the edge of the dome here. This represents the dome that's above you. This picture is actually upside down, and usually this goes all the way around, but this represents the dome. So we have a cosmogony picture of Indian cosmogony of the dome. And then we go to H.R. Giger, and he does some artwork. He does all the stuff for the movie The Alien. And he does the same kind of Geb and Nut thing, where, Geb and Nut represent the sky. Here we go. So here's Geb and Nut. Here's H.R. Giger. I think we know why he was murdered. And then we have Jack's cosmogony. This is all the same thing. They're all showing the dome that's above you. I got a little off track on that one, but so here's Jack the Joker. Here's the playing card. That's fan art. Here he is in the movie. So we have an association with Jack being a playing card, the Joker. We have Neil Armstrong, a flying ace. We have Jim Morrison goes from being a rich preppy kid to a rock star in the Laurel Canyon log cabin. He stays in one of the bungalows, and Mr. Mojo owns all the property that the bungalows are built on in Laurel Canyon. Here's Marlon Brando, One-Eyed Jacks. This is Kubrick's movie. One-Eyed Jacks is a slang term for a jack of spades and a jack of hearts. We got Jim Morrison, the Lizard King. So we had we had Jack of Spades, Jack of Hearts. Now we got a king. We got Norma Jean Baker, the first artichoke queen, a redhead. Here's Jim Morrison again, the Lizard King. We have Marie Windsor. She's in Kubrick's movie, The Killing. She's Queen of the Bees. She's Queen of the Bees movies. She has a redhead. Louis Armstrong, King of Jazz. He's in the puzzle. Jamie Lee Curtis, Scream Queen is what the new moniker is, but I believe originally she was Queen of Screams. Now she's Scream Queen. There's Marilyn Monroe, Queen of the Artichoke. Here she is in a remake of one of the movies, and it's hard to see. It's probably going to be really hard to see in this video, but this is a Collins brand fire axe. So I haven't seen this movie, but I find that interesting. She's got a Collins brand fire axe. We got Elvis, King of Rock and Roll. And as I'm going through this, every one of these people are in the puzzle. And here she is again. She's got a Dr. Pepper soda. Isn't that interesting? So let me back up here for a second. Why the Dr. Pepper thing? Dr. Pepper was Kennedy's physician at Parkland Hospital. His name was Dr. Pepper. Then you have Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club's Band. You have the articles where John Lennon talks about they would have Dr. Pepper soda delivered to wherever they were going to have concerts because they loved the Dr. Pepper soda so much. Here's Major King Kong. So we had a Queen of Screams. Now we have a King Kong. A King Kong is slang in cards for two kings. It's 20 in cards. You got two kings. We got Joker, the Full Metal Jacket. He's a combat correspondent. His best buddy in the movie is Rafter Man. Rafter Man is a deuce 4 in cards. Here we have Jack Kennedy. So we don't have to go very far to find card allegories in Kubrick's puzzle. We have Jack Kennedy. And I wanted to bring this picture up because it's interesting. Because we can see Connolly, he's got his door ajar already. He's ready to bolt out of the car. He knows something's going on. He's shitting his pants right now. He's ready to open the door and jump out. And this is one of the suicide doors, remember? The double suicide. JFK doesn't have a door back here. He can't get out. We got Lucille Ball. She's the one responsible for producing the whole series, Star Trek. She's the main driving force that gets the show produced. She's a fake redhead, and she's Queen of the B movies. Here's Jamie Lee Curtis. This is her mom, who was like the original Scream Queen. Then later on, she becomes the Scream Queen. And here we have Gene Kelly, King of the Musical. So we have another king. Jack Nicholson, that's obvious, but also he plays the Joker in Batman. So he's a Joker and a Jack. So he can produce 21 without even grabbing it, without even going to another person. He's a Jack and he's a Joker. You can make 21 with that. Here's Rafter Man. A Rafter Man in cards is a deuce 4. So it's 24 or 42, which of course, miraculously a Rafter Man the slang term fits perfectly in our puzzle, 2442. Is Jackie Gleason, King of the Castle. And he's in Back to the Future. He's in Smokey and the Bandit. He plays a cracker in Smokey and the Bandit. Here he is again. His son in Smokey and the Bandit was the man that played Tarzan, King of the Jungle. You have Michael Jackson, King of Pop. His father, Joe Jackson, is born on Kubrick's birthday and the day, date, and year of Kubrick. So Stanley Kubrick and Joe Jackson were born on the same exact day. So it's always father and son, and he is the last moonwalker. And he has the song, Billie Jean, that's my girl. So he's in the puzzle, King of Pop. We have the King Saturn, god of time, who ate all his children, always pictured with a sickle. So when we have the sickle cell with Dorian Harewood in Full Metal Jacket, it's not just a pointer to the artificially created sickle cell disease. It's a pointer to Saturn, the god of time, who ate all his children. Then you have the Saturn V rocket, and Kronos, the chronosphere, the chronoscope. Here's Louis Armstrong, King of Jazz, the Lizard King. John Wayne, King of the Western. So Modine does is that you, John Wayne? He does John Wayne, and we have, well, I won't go into that, but there's Woody Strode. He marries the Queen of Hawaii, and he plays, he's in Spartacus, and he has Neptune's trident. So it's King Neptune, which is King Poseidon, one of the Titans in the Battle of the Titans. And I've got to do a little more research, but I believe one of these rifles he holds the Sharps rifle. But here he is in Sergeant Rutledge, I believe. Here's Marie Windsor, Queen of the Bees. And she's a redhead. She's smoking in this. She's cuckolding her husband, so she's a swinger in the swinger category. And then finally we have Queen Elizabeth, the redheaded queen. Her coronation is in Look magazine. And, we have the corona, the coronation, her royal crown. And it looks like we also have the Duke of Windsor. And so that's interesting. Here's other people that I noticed that are in our puzzle that just coincidentally, they're all in Playgirl too. Isn't that amazing? Here's Brolin. He's in Capricorn 1. He's in Playgirl. Paul McCartney. And then we have CRM 114 in Back to the Future. So this is the direct breadcrumb to Kubrick's puzzle language. And that's it for 41. Have a good night.